Hi, my name is Jasmine Penter. I'm a private practice counselor and life coach at Ignite with my master's in social work. This week, I'm covering a topic another person has requested on the effects of recovering after surgery. Maybe not the effects, but some things to consider and tips to help this process of healing after surgery. Surgery is a common thing that can happen to people, and obviously surgeries range from fairly minor to very extensive planned surgery to surgery after a major accident or new diagnosis that wasn't known prior to hospitalization. And it's common to go through a range of emotions preparing for the surgery, before and after. And those emotions can include anger, frustration, fear, depression, sadness, anxiety, relief, and gratitude as well. Remember, your body has gone through some major trauma, and this impacts other aspects of your life, both physically, mentally, spiritually, socially, how you get through each day, how this affects time off from work or school, and other commitments that you may be involved in. One very difficult aspect of this is the lack of control a person can feel. Not knowing exactly how you're going to respond to surgery. Is it going to work? How long is recovery going to be? What to expect? What side effects you may have that others may have had or didn't have? And the unexpected responses of those around you. So who's actually going to help you out afterwards? How people rally to support you and your family, and kind of just the kindness and willingness of those that you feel that you can rely on in response to what's happened to you. While a positive mindset can be seen as a really huge impact in how well you'll recover, it's often difficult to remain positive when unexpected side effects occur. There's also a dilemma of how much to push yourself after surgery. So you don't want to do too much, which could result in slowing the healing process, but you don't want to do too little, which could also result in slowing the healing process. Figuring out how to ask for help. How much help are you really going to need? Maybe you're not even going to need the amount of help that you think you will, but that's hard to know until you've kind of gone through the process and are living each day. I'm going to use my own experience. About a week ago, I had a oral surgery done. I was going in for what I thought might be a root canal. I had 2 cysts, one up here and one in the front. That kind of came on pretty suddenly, and so I went in. Those were both removed. The dentist was a little concerned because of the color of the material that came out, and so I was told a biopsy was needed. I went in back to work. It was about a 2-hour procedure, but once I was at work, I was feeling a little bit lightheaded. My face, which is still swollen kind of right here, was actually more swollen than this, and so I just answered phone calls, and my office mate helped me kind of wrap my day up a little bit early so that I could get home to rest. I spent the rest of the weekend home. My face swelled up even more. I had a black eye around the bottom of my eye and swelling that occurred all the way around the eye socket. All of this was kind of unexpected to me, and while I had medications, it didn't seem to be improving. What I noticed, I think by Sunday, that I was getting really down about this because I had anticipated being able to return to work on Monday, and it didn't seem like I could go back. I work at a hospital as well as my private practice, and I did not want patients to see me because it really looked like I had been beat up by somebody. Luckily, the dentist that I had been with originally, who wasn't the one that did this procedure, saw the x-rays and photos of what had happened and called me in Sunday night or late afternoon to see what was going on. And he was able to put me on some more antibiotics and told me that he agreed that I should stay home on Monday. And that he too was concerned, both because of the swelling, the swelling hadn't come down, and because of the swelling around my eye, which hadn't occurred right away, like Friday, I didn't see that, and it seemed between Saturday and Sunday to get worse. So I had to call into work and tell them I wasn't going to be there, and a little bit nervous about that because this position I have was fairly new, so I don't have a whole lot of time to take off. But I knew I didn't want to push myself too much, and I also didn't want to, this to interact with the interactions I had with patients who anticipate those that are working with them are fairly healthy and coherent. So by Tuesday, it had gone down enough that I felt I could go to work, although I was surprised because people did inquire, what happened? This wasn't a stroke, was it? This wasn't domestic violence, was it? I might have stayed home if I was you. While I was feeling actually really good, the swelling still was obviously still there, and I'm still on antibiotics trying to recover from that. So I used this own experience because it was something a little unexpected. Not a major surgery, but the effects and my healing did not go as planned. My dentist called me every single day. After that, I actually saw an endodontist last week as well because I was concerned that there was still some swelling, and I'll have to go in for that root canal that I thought I was going to go in originally. So I thought this experience would help me and explain some tips that might be helpful for you as you get through surgery. So staying positive did help. For the most part, I stayed positive, but I did know Sunday I was feeling really discouraged and disgruntled, and being able to share that with my medical team was important. So the fact that my dentist called me on a Sunday, I wouldn't have called him until Monday, but the fact that he called me and that I went in to see him and he called the antibiotics in really made me feel much, much better as far as the attention that I felt I needed, and to kind of maybe dampen my worries a little bit. Asking for help was really important. So I had to call into work and say, well, Friday actually, my coworker said, how can I help you? How can I get you home? Because you don't look so great, and I don't think you should be here. And so being able to accept that help and get through a day that I thought wouldn't result in that was really helpful for me. Remind yourself that you only have this one body to take care of. So, even though I didn't want to take more time off, I knew I needed time to heal, and that if I push myself too much, the ramifications of pushing myself too far, too fast could definitely impact how well I would heal. Take time to do extra self-care. So this can sleeping extra. I spent some time reading a book, which I really enjoyed. Checking in with friends on the phone. I wasn't really going out much last weekend. That last weekend after the surgery, but I was connecting to others to let them know what was going on with me and share your experience. So I was at work, and while some of them were saying, why are you here? It felt good to be able to let them know what was going on and let them see I was doing okay, and to feel part of a team again. Research what people have done after healing. So I did that myself, just like, is this common? What happens? What can I do? I was icing and heating and resting and talking to my team of medical experts. So those things are really important, and some of that I did even prior to going in initially, just to see what's going on here. And some pretty basic things is just making sure that you eat and you sleep, take care of yourself physically, and that you're taking medications as prescribed. That can be, those fundamental things can be really important just to get you through each day. So I encourage you to subscribe, comment, send me some ideas. I love that I'm getting topic ideas because while I can often come up with topics to cover, I really want to make sure that this channel is something that can help you, things that might be harder to find out there, or maybe that you just want to hear my take on them. So I encourage you to keep doing that. My next video is going to be on boundaries, which talked about the last couple times. Actually, probably most videos, there are some aspects of boundaries that can be important in our lives as we get through each day. So feel free to send me an email, Oregon, Oregon, Rose at yahoo.com, and I'll see you next time. Take care.